The sun hung low over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the rugged terrain of the desert. Two vehicles stood side by side, their engines rumbling with anticipation. On one side was the Toyota Land Cruiser, a weathered beast with dust-caked tires and a reputation forged in the harshest corners of the world. On the other was the Mercedes Maybach, a sleek, polished titan of luxury, its chrome accents glinting like a crown in the fading light. Today, they weren't just machines, they were challengers in a story of grit versus glamour. The Land Cruiser rolled forward first, its driver grinning as the vehicle tackled the uneven dunes with ease. This was no stranger to the wild. Its boxy frame and high ground clearance let it plow through sand and rock, the V8 engine growling steadily as it climbed a steep incline. The suspension flexed and adjusted, keeping all four wheels planted as if the earth itself couldn't shake its resolve. Inside, the cabin was practical, leather seats, sure, but worn and tough, built for adventurers who valued function over flash. The cruiser didn't care about impressing anyone, it was here to get the job done, whether that meant crossing the Sahara or hauling gear through a monsoon. Then came the Maybach's turn. Its driver, dressed in a tailored suit, pressed the accelerator with a gentle nudge, and the sedan glided forward like a panther stalking prey. This wasn't a vehicle made for the desert, it was born for city streets and private estates, but it wasn't about to back down. The air suspension smoothed out the rocky path as if it were a freshly paved highway, and the twin-turbo V12 purred with a refined menace. Inside, the cabin was a sanctuary, massaging seats wrapped in quilted leather, ambient lighting bathing the wood trim in a soft glow, and a champagne chiller humming quietly in the back. The Maybach didn't conquer the terrain so much as it dismissed it, turning a brutal landscape into a minor inconvenience. As the day wore on, the challenges shifted. A narrow mountain trail tested their mettle next. The Land Cruiser barreled through, its off-road systems crawl control, locking differentials, making short work of the tight turns and jagged drops. It scraped a boulder once, but the skid plates shrugged it off like a badge of honor. The Maybach, though, hesitated. Its long wheelbase and low clearance weren't suited for this game. The driver eased it along, relying on sheer power and precision, but a faint grimace crossed his face as the undercarriage grazed a rock. This was a king out of its kingdom, adapting but not thriving. Night fell, and a sudden storm swept in, rain lashing the ground into a muddy mess. The Land Cruiser laughed in the chaos, its all-terrain tires biting into the sludge as it towed a stranded supply truck to safety. It was built for this, reliable, unyielding, a workhorse that never quit. The Maybach, meanwhile, stayed back, its driver sipping espresso from a heated cup holder. It wasn't helpless, its all-wheel drive kept it steady, but this wasn't its fight. It waited out the storm, a palace on wheels, preserving its dignity rather than diving into the muck. By morning, the two parted ways. The Land Cruiser roared off toward the horizon, ready for the next unforgiving adventure, its legacy as a rugged survivor intact. The Maybach turned toward the city, its quiet elegance unshaken, a symbol of wealth and refinement that didn't need to prove itself in the dirt. They were opposites in soul, one a warrior of the wild, the other a monarch of the modern age. Which was better? That depended on the road ahead and the story you wanted to tell.